Normally when you fight Ocelot, after you beat him, you get this dialogue.
You're pretty good. Just what I'd expect from the man with the same code as the boss. It's been a long time since I had such a good fight, but I'm just getting warmed up. What?
But if you do poorly in the fight and die a few times, instead you get this alternate cutscene.
I'm disappointed. You're no match for the boss. Playtime's over, friend. You're not cut out for war. Don't worry, I'll kill you quickly.
When you're traveling with Meryl, you come across a pack of wolves that really hate Snake. If you hit Meryl normally, she'll give Snake a slap. If you hit her here, she will sick the wolves on you instead. But if you hit her and then immediately equip a cardboard box, a wolf will pee on you. From this point on, if you equip this box while traveling in any areas with wolves, instead of attacking Snake, hearts will appear over their heads and they become friendly and obedient. Speaking of hearts over their heads, Meryl has a few Easter eggs herself. When you first encounter her in the game, you are in an air vent while she's working out. If you leave the vent and come back, she changes her workouts. Eventually, she will repeat her workout cycle, this time with no pants on. And this isn't the only time you can see her panties. Later in the game, when you encounter her in uniform, she will run to the women's restroom. If you get there fast enough, she won't have enough time to get dressed, and the first half of the cutscene will be a half-dressed Meryl.
Solid Snake.
You're Meryl? There's no way you can pass for a man for long.
And lastly, my favorite Meryl Easter egg, and honestly I don't know why, when you're with her, if you continue to stare at her in first person, she becomes embarrassed and progressively turns redder and redder.
What are you doing? We've got to get a move on.
There are a few references to police knots in Metal Gear Solid. First off is the opening tune of the game that you probably heard. Along with that are a few posters located throughout the game. And lastly, Meryl herself. She is actually a full-fledged character in Police Knots, although I'm pretty sure they aren't in the same universe. If you played every codec call in the game continuously, it would be over 6 hours long, which is crazy. And of course, among these are tons of hidden dialogue and reactions, but I found a few that were either amusing or interesting enough to share. First off is a call where Master Miller corrects Snake about Vulcan Raven's birds. They aren't ravens, but actually crows. Not only that, but Snake will no longer refer to them as ravens after this call. Another Miller call that breaks the fourth wall a bit is in the tank hangar at the beginning of the game. If you continuously call him, he will eventually mention being able to control your bodily functions, and warns the player about using the bathroom before playing the game as it has some very long cutscenes.
It's also important to be able to control your bodily functions. You never know when a long demo is about to begin. So make sure you're prepared to sit in front of the monitor for a long time if necessary.
Mei Ling has an infamous codec call too. Normally you call her to save your game, but if you keep calling her and not saving, she will start to get annoyed until eventually she just stops talking to you.
Come on, Snake, don't call me for no reason.
After a few calls, she will just stick her tongue out at you. We all know about the amazing fourth wall breaking moment during the Mantis fight where he makes your controller rumble, but there's another way the game detects your hardware. During the Hind D fight, Campbell and Naomi tell you to listen to your TV speakers to find the Hind, but if you have a mono speaker TV, they will actually comment on it.
His rotor blades. Huh? Snake, you're not using a stereo TV?
It can't be. A mono TV? Well, Colonel, there's nothing we can do about it.
And lastly, in true Japanese fashion, all the characters weigh in their thoughts about Snake being in the women's bathroom. Since you only get one opportunity to go into the women's restroom, it's really easy to miss. And the reactions range from don't care to very angry depending on who you call.
Snake, that's a ladies' bathroom.
I know that.
Saw Meryl come in here.
So you went in after her? Are you some kind of pervert? I won't let you save your mission now.
Listen, Mei Ling, this is the only place on the base that I can talk to Meryl alone.
Whatever, weirdo. Don't call me again.